Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a different kind of video since I'm sitting up in bed while making it. I don't feel too good today. So whether I'm sitting in my wheelchair or sitting up here, what's the difference? You'll see my hands. X marks the spot, I think, of the center. I'm trying to look down at the my phone is pointing straight down. All right. The first thing I want to do is test this. I have to glue something, and I'll show you what I have to glue. Oh. This is the SG that I just got from my nephew. It's a 69, 70, something like that, crossover, I believe. And some of the, let's see, where's the X? There it goes. Some of these inserts, yeah, well, my brain doesn't work well these days. Some of these are popping out of the fretboard, and I'm gonna have to glue them back in, so I got to figure a way to do it. And the problem is, my father, who used this guitar for about 40 years, gigging every Friday and Saturday night, his DNA and the skin from his hands got all, embedded into the fretboard. And I cleaned a lot of it out, especially along, the sides of the frets. But some of the inlays, that's what they are, inlays, are popping out. And you might be able to see it, maybe not. But if you press down on it, I can feel it. They got to go down. But the problem is his skin and, the oils from your hand got down in there. And there's one like right over here. Let's see. Right here, this one. It's kind of separating, it's like flaking. So I have to clean inside there because I'm gonna try to flow some really lightweight water, watery based, not watery based, but water viscosity super glue in there. And you can see this one is flaking. I don't know if you can see it, but it goes down when I push it like that. And it's not because the whole thing is coming up, it's actually flaking off. So I think I have a little bit over here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 of them that I have to glue down. And I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to clean the gunk out from under these frets? that my father laid down for 40 years. How am I going to do that? I don't really know, actually. Let's see. Is that still the center? Yeah, about. But what I think I'm going to do is I have these that come with my medical kits. I have to do medical procedures, and these come with them. And what I'm going to do is fill these up. I'm going to try it anyway. I can't think of any other way. I'm going to fill these up and then scrub them with a toothbrush a little bit, and then go under pressure right into it and try and flush them out. Flush the finger skin and everything else, the oils. This way, the super glue will stick. I hate to do all that gluing and everything and not have the super glue stick. All right, the next thing is, how am I going to clamp it? I'm going to have to glue them and clamp them. And what I just did was I was looking for some old-fashioned wax paper, baking paper. People used to use it to bake, as you know, to bake on before the Teflon days. And I found this stuff, and again, it's these things that I get from the VA every month. I get, like, I don't know, dozens of them. And in one video, I was using the paper part of them to shim a nut and make it, you know, raise it up, because the paper part is 3/1000 of an inch. And I figured, you know, you can get a good idea about that, knowing how thick the paper is. So, but this time, I looked at it and I said, well, wait a minute, this is wax. This is stuck onto this part, which is waxy. And I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to show it right on camera right here. I super glued this paper towel to a piece of this stuff. I'm going to see if it comes off right now. If it doesn't, it's going to piss me off, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have left it on too long. Well, it's been on there for about 3 hours, and this stuff cures, and it cures very fast. So you can see it did tear some of the wax off, which means it's going to leave a little bit of the wax when I put this onto the fretboard and build up something to clamp it down. So it left a little, a little bit got, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but a little bit did get stuck to the super glue. Some, but looks like about half of it. Not much. Most of it got soaked into the paper towel. I did notice that when I took this stuff and I put a drop of super glue on it, it's not like the same thing that would happen if you put a drop of super glue onto like a paper towel or something absorbent. If you put a few drops of super glue on this, you can roll it back and forth like that, and the super glue just doesn't stick. So that made me think, that's the only stuff I could think of to use. There must be something else. But for now, I think I'm gonna try this when I'm ready to glue those the inlays back in. It's not an emergency thing. I'm gonna string it up today, but I'm still waiting for a bridge, and I think it's a go-to bridge. So yeah, there's that. And let's see. Oh, okay, so I got a box of goodies. What I got here? Well, there's nothing that good, but I have no Sharpies. I went to do the frets, and I had no Sharpies to mark the top of the frets. So I bought a 6-pack of them. My kids keep stealing them. Now I have a bunch of them. I'll hide a 2-pack somewhere, and then leave a pack of 2 out in sight, and carry one on my wheelchair like I always do. I don't know why, but I always carry a Sharpie with me. So I got that. That came in the mail. This came in the mail. A truss rod wrench. For a Gibson. .5/16 for an American a Gibson, and I'm working on a 6970 crossover, and it's got a magnetic it's got a magnetic Phillips head screwdriver on the other end. What's this from? This is from Music Nomad. So yeah, I'll give this a try just to see. I don't really have to adjust the truss rod. It seems like it was fairly well when I got the guitar from my nephew, who's been holding it for the last, well, since my father died, about 15 years ago. But yeah, okay, that's one of the things. Which I'm sure will come in handy for that guitar. I don't work on any other. I don't own any Gibsons. Well, yeah, yes I do. I own a Gibson J40 acoustic. So if I ever have to adjust the truss rod on that, come on, close. Okay, that goes back in there. I got a set of Kluson tuning machines. these are supposed to be pretty close replicas of the originals. Here's a new one. It says they're called double line, double ring. Double line means it says Kluson Deluxe, or sometimes it'll say Gibson Deluxe. But they're both, even if it says Gibson Deluxe, it's still made by Kluson. So here is the original one. And that's right next to a new one. The tulip handle on the new one is a lot lighter. I'd like it to be more, darker, more snot green than it is. But that's okay. There are ways around that. Anyway, you can see they both say, well, you might not be able to read it, but they both say Kluson Deluxe. They both have tulip handles with 2 rings, and they're just bolt-in replacements. The only difference between the two is these are 12-to-1 ratio tuners, and the new ones are 15-to-1 ratio tuners. And if you ever want to check your tuners out and see how if there's any gear lash or anything like that, just put a toothpick in the hole, and you can turn it and see where the dead spots are, like right there. It's hard to turn right there. And then if I go around, there'll come a loose spot, like right there. Right there is a loose spot. And you can see right here. If you were tuning it and you got to this point, it would kind of piss you off, because it's not really, it would be a dead spot. You would turn it and nothing would happen until you got past it, and then it would start turning like that. And if you want to check, if you were going to check to see, if you want to check to see how many, what the ratio is, just do like that. Stick a toothpick in it. Let's see if I'm in center here. All right, close, I guess. Stick a toothpick in it and then count the turns. It's kind of sharp on my fingers, but let's see. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 to 1. 12 turns of the tuner knob to 1 turn of the shaft. Now if I was going to do that to the new one, let's see. Let's try this. Put a toothpick in there. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and a half. So these are about 15 to 1. Actually goes just a spot more, but they call it 15 to 1. All right. And these are nice. They're really smooth, really. Nice looking tuners. And they're just like the other ones. They're just like the originals. Double line, double ring. So the only thing is the color is a little off, but all of the ones I found that I tried to find replacements that are drop-in replacements, they're all the same thing. So anyway, yeah, that's the other thing I got. Oh, and they come with screws and bushings for regular size. If the holes in your headstock were the normal size, you would use these. But my father had the headstock drilled out to 10 millimeter, so I had to buy adapter bushings. And these are the adapter bushings. The outsides, the outside diameter is 10 millimeter, and the inside diameter is a quarter inch or 0.25. And let's see, did I mix one of these up with no. All right. Well, here, let me show you how these work. I'll pull one out, one of these out. I don't need this. I could do this. These, see how what a nice fit that is. Very nice fit. And these, the outside diameter is 10 millimeter, and these press right into a 10 millimeter hole in the neck. Now, just to show you the difference, my father put a set of early 70s Grover Imperials that had a thicker tuning. The tuning post was 0.3 or 0.300. The string post was 0.300, and that's this. So if you put this in there, you can see it's just flopping around. And I don't have I have the Kluson, the Grover Imperials that these bushings go to. They're in, I haven't put away, but this is what's in there, and obviously this won't work. It won't work well. Look, there's just too much play. So that's the reason for the adapter bushings. Look at that. It's a really close fit. If you can see that, it's a nice close fit. All right. Let's see. What else do I got here? Oh, okay, glue. Super thin. Cyan acrylic. Super glue. And it comes with little pipettes kind of things. I bought it. It's kind of a little kit, and I'm hoping to use this to glue the inserts, the inlays back down into the neck so they're flush with the fretboard. This is what I'm going to try to use. Hopefully that'll work. What else? Oh, and I got this here. It's a Fret Guru crowning file, which I read a lot of good reports about. It's supposed to be different. A lot of people are using the diamond files nowadays, but the diamond files, I also hear that they leave a lot of scratches that you have to sand out more than a file. So I had another file. It was a Hosco, and I did a hell of a lot of fret leveling with it. How do we get this out of here now? Let's see. There we go. All right. Let's see. Yep. The Fret Guru Dagger 2.0. One side is for medium large, and the other side is for large or extra large. And that's the side I'm going to need for the Gibson. I can already see this is a much better quality file than the Hosco. It's very fine. The teeth on it are very fine. And it has a safe edge here and here on both sides. Smooth, safe edge. And I read about that. That's why I bought this one. And it's also designed so you can get the high frets like that. It kind of angles up, and the handle, goes away from the body. I'm doing this in the blind, so I don't know if I'm centering these things on the camera or not. I hope I am. This whole thing might be upside down. But anyway, yeah, one side is medium large, and that looks like it would be good for my Strats. And the other side is large or extra large, and I need that for the Gibson, my father's guitar, because it has really wide frets on it. I'll be doing this tonight. I'll be trying this file out tonight, and we'll see how it works. So for now, I'll just put it back in its little case here. I guess it has instructions. Let's see what the instructions say. Okay, I want to personally thank you for choosing the new Fret Guru Dagger, blah, 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 blah. And your file was not stamped out by machine or slave labor in China. It was lovingly crafted by old world masters in the heart of Europe. I think this was made in, well, I guess that means it was made in Germany, but I could be wrong. I'll have to look that up. So put this away for now. That's a good addition to my fret working tools. And that's about it, I think. Yep. That's about it. The next thing is I'm going to install these Kluson tuners, and I'm not going to show that on camera because it's kind of boring, but I'll show you putting the last one in. I'll put five of them in, and then I'll make a video of putting the last one in. All right, in there. Okay. Yeah. All right. See you in the next video. In the meantime, I'll be installing these tuners. See you in a bit.